First time I had connection issues. Second time I'm bombing on the cover that I was gonna start with. I'm like, no, man. Mm-mm. 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 No, 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 no. First time I had connection issues. The second time I'm just like, well, fucking goddamn it. Second time I didn't quite pull it off just right. I'm a bit of a perfectionist with my vocals. I want to nail it just right. I expect myself to be this almighty perfect musician, but when I make mistakes, I'm way too hard on myself. I'll be the first to acknowledge it. But, to show off my sexy ability to sing for this video, providing the tobacco doesn't kill me first. One can only hope, right? So grim. Oh, fuck, that's delicious. Yeah, nicotine craving. Sometimes you just gotta smoke some pipe tobacco and not stress life. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, right? It's a new year, and I need to personally work on not flipping out over stupid little shit. You know what I'm saying? I've had a history of doing that, and it's not healthy. Save my fucking anger for when it really counts. You know, when the wrong motherfucker just pisses me off and their ass is gonna be grass. You feel what I'm saying, Facebook? It's 2018. My New Year's resolution is to win the lottery and build my dream house. I'm working towards that goal. Who says I can't work on personally growing as a person, saying, you know what? There got to be healthier ways to channel my anger. Make a video, make music, play some Grand Theft Auto 5, go out to the clay range, you know. There are plenty of healthy ways to express that. Now, the first time I tried making this fucking video, I was drinking a shit ton of cherry rum, and then I had connection issues. The second time I tried remaking it, the singing was ever so slightly off, and it's just like, okay, if you're going to be singing certain things, they have to be spot on. Fucking troll trying to impersonate someone on my phone. Pathetic. I'm going to have to put my phone on airplane mode because I noticed that when I try to do a Facebook Live video, I'm OCD about seeing perfectly, playing guitar like a boss-ass metalhead, you know what I'm saying? And then as soon as I do a Facebook Live video, people will try to fuck with me. They'll use some stupid fucking app to impersonate people on my phone list, and they'll prank call me while I'm trying to fucking do Facebook Live. Because they already see I'm trying to fucking be a perfectionist with my music and who I am as a person. So they take it a step further, like, oh, let's fuck with him while he's doing it live. We'll get a reaction. Ha ha ha. And I'm not even going to give him the reaction. I'm just going to turn my phone on fucking airplane mode. It's done. What fucking song was I going to be singing? Well, it's a particular episode of Good Mythical Morning featuring Linkin Park with Chester a couple months before that unfortunate accident. And when Logan Paul filmed that suicide victim in that Japanese forest, as somebody who has struggled with suicidal depression and lost a favorite musician of such to such a tragedy, because I was a Linkin Park fan, man. Like, I spent years on YouTube singing like them, you know what I'm saying? Fucking rocking that shit. And then, you know, I'm watching them on Good Mythical Morning, and it's like, it's kind of cool, you know. The Sushi Pizza was a good episode. I seen that Willet Pizza, you know, they took fucking sushi and put it on a pizza. I'm like, dude, you put sushi and pizza together, that's fucking awesome, you know. So it has its quirks to make it watchable, you know. It's a little weird, but then again, we're all a little weird in our own special way. And as a Linkin Park fan, you know, I can watch this episode over and over and over and over, and it's just surreal, you know. It's like, damn. Now, Good Mythical Morning does this episode. According to Oxford study or Harvard study, the sound of music can make food taste better. Is it a myth or is it fact? So they invited Chester and his buddy from Linkin Park to appear on the show and conduct this musical experiment. As a musician, I'm like, okay, that kind of fascinates me. I gotta check this shit out, you know. I remember when the episode aired, I'm like, yo, this episode's tight, you know what I'm saying? And a couple months later, Chester killed himself, and I'm like, God damn it. Really? Chester's suicide left a lot of fans feeling numb. That's a horrible Linkin Park reference, but I'm being serious, goddammit. You know, he had amazing children, a family that loved him, fans all across the world. Like, more fucking money than anyone can count, you know what I'm saying? He had more to live for than most of us miserable fucks that exist now on Facebook, you know? You know, so don't, you know what I'm saying, like, don't commit suicide, man, because life can change for the better. I know it's going to suck sometimes, but that's life for everybody, you know. I cannot physically imagine what he went through to, you know what I'm saying, like, do such a horrible thing, you know. What led up to that point, you know. And a bunch of people committed suicide after that fact. And it's like, God damn it, man. It's not the fucking answer. Like, if you're feeling fucking shitty, turn on your favorite music and say, fuck the world's bullshit for just a couple minutes. And see how you feel afterwards. And the first time I saw this episode, it was like, dude, it's fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Facebook. The slow song that they did for Flamin' Hot Cheetos could literally sell Flamin' Hot Cheetos because it makes you want a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos every time you hear it. It's like some catchy jingle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have seen Chester selling Flamin' Hot Cheetos with the song he did in Good Mythical Morning and making some serious money off of it, you know what I'm saying? But money cannot buy happiness, unfortunately. If it did, then most rich people wouldn't be miserable. Now, that's the thing of it, Facebook. If you make some decent money, you know, you do a little bit to help yourself and a little bit to help others, you know what I'm saying? That's not so bad, you know. Like, if I won the fucking lottery, I'd make some generous donations and I'd help myself, of course, build my fucking house because that's what's up. It wouldn't have to be 4 miles outside of town. If I had 20 acres outside of Casper, Wyoming, I would build my fucking dream house. It'd be surrounded by maple trees and pine trees. I got the layout pictured in my head perfectly. And every little last detail, you know what I'm saying? And I could go my whole life dreaming about that dream house. And that's better than nothing, you know. It's something to hold on to, you know. Even if it doesn't fucking happen, it's, you know. I got all these awesome fans that watch my shit. I could be on Facebook Live at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning and there'd be someone be like, yo, this cracker right here, you know. Even if it feels like you don't have anybody that cares about you, you gotta realize that it could be worse. And that's a horrible way to look at it, but it's the fucking truth. Because some people are gonna gripe and say, well, yeah, just because it could be worse doesn't mean it changes my situation. Well, if you're too focused on your own petty bullshit, then you live a life of misery. And if you choose to live a life of misery on purpose to some degree, I mean, being a little bit spiteful, a little bit hateful, a little bit angry, keeping a little bit of backbone to your spine, just a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're too fucking nice, people will fuck you over. Trust and believe. It's the unfortunate goddamn truth of it. But if you're too much of a fucking asshole, no one wants to be around you, so you gotta find a balance. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your social circle small, because people are the worst. You know. And even though it wasn't like officially on any album, just making music out of something simple like talking about ramen noodles or flaming hot Cheetos, you know, that's the power of music right there. Legitly, Facebook, that's the power of music right there. You know what I'm saying? If you can make music out of anything, pull something out of thin air for entertainment. Yeah. And the guitar playing that I was doing on Facebook Live the last couple of days, holy fucking shit, that shit was fucking unbelievably fucking awesome. I'm just sitting there going ham on it. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to play electric guitar this late at night on a Sunday. Fuck right off. Fuck right off, Facebook. Smoke some delicious pipe tobacco and don't stress life. When people go to great lengths to troll you, it shows that they care way too much, even if they claim to be your biggest haters. I live in a haunted apartment. I fucking make fun of my own goddamn Asperger's. So nothing these trolls are gonna say are gonna fucking affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Oh, come on, me and the ghost in my apartment are best buds. The reason why it doesn't fuck with me too much is because it doesn't scare me. I don't force it to leave, and at the same time, it doesn't scare me. So occasionally it'll make its presence known, and I'll see shit fly off the shelf, you know. Yeah. If you want to feel like a badass, you gotta order one of these King Cobra merch shirts. I'm telling you. If you ain't got the muscles like I do to wear this shit, you can order a t-shirt. Smells good. I love the smell of a sweet pipe tobacco. You gotta love aromatic blends, man. I'm partial to both non-aromatic and aromatic blends, you know. I tend to favor aromatics because they're sweet in taste and smell, you know. You get a nice aromatic that's strong in nicotine. It smells really sweet and it perfumes the air with a decadent smell of excellence. A conversation started, no less. As I pointed out in the last KeeperCast episode, hashtag Bing Crosby, hashtag Hugh Hefner, hashtag Albert Einstein. If you're going to name historic pipe smokers, I mean, come on. Doesn't matter. And this is the kicker of it. People will view pipe smoking as a bit more classy than cigarette smoking. If you're smoking a cigarette, people are going to think, oh, look at that trashy son of a bitch. He's smoking. It's so bad for your health. Yeah, it may be bad for your health, but so is extreme narcissism and too much exercise. But people do that, so what's your fucking point? Oh, would you look at that? King Cobra smoking his pipe again. It's so bad for your health. Yeah, I'm also jacking off here. You want some fucking hair gel or what? Sexy goth, but he's got an attitude problem, so fuck you. I don't take shit from nobody. The only fucking shit I take is in the goddamn toilet. However, you have to maintain a respectable amount of conformity to get by in society. Otherwise, you're not going to be content, you know. If I did not completely conform to society, I wouldn't have this apartment, mind you. So there's some things you have to abide by, yes, but just because I'm a gothic autistic bachelor doesn't mean my apartment has to be filthy. And my computer desk had way too much ash on it, so I started cleaning it off with a wet rag. And I somehow managed to disconnect the fucking internet while doing it live on Facebook. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Ain't that some fucking bullshit? Well, whatever, my desk is clean, the internet's reconnected, and the video is live. Oh, but you said you were going to sing those bits from that one episode of Good Mythical Morning. That I did, yes. Joseph Stalin over here because he's stalling on the vocal covers. Ha! Just kidding. No, but if I was a dictator, I'd be a peaceful dictator, if that makes any sense. I would legalize every drug except crystal meth, crocodile, heroin, and shit like that. Everything else would be legal. I'd tax the fuck out of it and then pump that money from the tax revenue back into Mother Earth's economy. I would make all the nations share the oil instead of fighting over it. And I would disarm all the nukes and get rid of them. And if you can't fucking deal with it, well, tough shit. But I don't make the fucking rules. I'm just a random autistic on the internet speaking my mind, you know. So two countries are pissed off at each other. What's that going to solve? Nothing, as usual. You know, you fucking attack each other with nukes and then your neighboring countries have to suffer environmental consequences just because two countries are pissed off at each other. Like, fuck is this shit? People are fucking fighting over which country has more nukes. People are eating Tide Pods for a YouTube challenge. Like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, man. Oh. The amount of stupidity is making my fucking head hurt. All I can do is smoke my pipe and ponder why. Why is humanity this fucking stupid? And here's the thing. There's great potential to be a lot smarter than this. But when you're doing stupid shit like comparing country to, oh, my country has a bigger army than your country. Oh, yeah, well, my country has more nukes than your country. Who gives a fuck? It's not going to solve anything. It's a fucking giant pissing match, really. That's what politics and religion is, man. It's a fucking pissing match. And if you can debate your side peacefully, that's cool, you know. But if you're a dick about it, then no one wants to fucking hear it, you know. And when I get some Bible freak approaching me and I politely say I'm not interested, and the fucker follows me into the shop when I'm trying to conduct business, it's irritating. Like, if you want me to be a fucking religious dickhead, I can be. I can say some shit that make you think. Not to talk shit on your religion, but to make you think. And sometimes people can't handle that. You know what I'm saying, Facebook? Sometimes people can't handle their minds being opened to a different prospect of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Not to make myself sound like an over-intelligent douchebag. I'm just fucking saying sometimes people can't handle the fucking truth. Being too negative, I guess is what they call it. But, you know, really, it's being too real gets you perceived as being too negative. If you're too real of a motherfucker, guess what? People think you're too negative. If you're too confident, people think you're a cocky son of a bitch. Double standards are a bitch, aren't they? Oh. Hell, if I made enough money off these t-shirts right here that I'm wearing, I'd buy my fucking car. That would be fucking sick. Even if it took a couple months to work on it, that'd be fucking sick. Just the thought of cruising Casper, Wyoming in my Studebaker, blaring Cradle of Filth, that's what's up. Or Ozzy Osbourne, or any particular band I feel like listening to. I have a decent sound system. And when it's hooked up right, ooh, look out. The problem is you gotta take your car to people you trust if you don't know how to do most of the shit. Just seeing the license plate saying GKC 428, that'd be fucking sick, now wouldn't it? Any particular reference to the license plate? Well, yeah. It lets people know that if they're going to race me for pinks, they better have more than 425 horses. And I'm not just going to fucking race anybody out of fuck street. Okay, if you want a street race for fun and you're being safe, that's cool. But racing for pinks or being reckless and stupid about it, come on, man. Really? That's how you wreck your beautiful rides. That's how you lose your beautiful rides. That's how you endanger the lives of others. And the sport should not, overpower the consequences in any case. I don't give a fuck what sport it is. That's the truth on any fucking sport. The fact that the fucking military can't smoke pot for their PTSD, it fucking pisses me off. Can't imagine why people get PTSD fighting in a foreign war. Especially if you're a fucking parent and your platoon leader says, oh, that kid's got a bomb. You have to shoot that kid in the fucking head to protect your country's freedom. That person's got kids at home. It's going to psychologically fuck with them. They're like, yo, I got kids at home and I'm protecting for freedom. I just shot someone else's kid to protect my platoon. I can't imagine why that would fuck with somebody. Can you? Was that sarcasm too fucking real? Shit like that can cause PTSD. And if our troops try to smoke pot for their PTSD, they get thrown in prison for it. It's bullshit. All I can do is smoke that Kentucky Brown and bitch about it. But I'll get to the singing in a bit. I'm ranting right now. I consumed enough alcohol and tobacco to just get me in a fucking mood to. I'm just like, I'm tired of this shit kind of rant. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, like, my wine business takes off. You think I'm a household name now. I'm not trying to capitalize off of someone else for my fame. I'm just, random topics. That's how I roll. You know what I'm saying? What I'm getting at is that when I'm feeling depressed, I'll listen to music, even if it's something like the shit on this episode, which is pretty good shit. It's an interesting study. Does music make food taste better? There is some theory to that. You take your girlfriend to Olive Garden, they're playing romantic violin music in the background. It sets the fucking mood. You feel what I'm saying? Facebook. So, there is some theory to that, yes. But if you can't take your girlfriend to Olive Garden and both you and your girlfriend love pizza, if Valentine's Day comes around, you chill at home with some Netflix and some homemade pizza, that's even better than, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can't go super fancy, you know what I'm saying? Showing that you care. That's what it's all about, Facebook. And who gives a fuck if you're single? We're all going to die alone anyways. Have fun sleeping at night with that thought. It doesn't necessarily always happen, A couple months ago, I seen this story on CNN a couple months ago. And this story on CNN, this couple dies in a car crash, right? But the couple survives the Las Vegas shooting only to die in a fucking car crash a couple weeks later. I'm just like, really? That's some heavy fucking shit, man. That shit was so heavy that I'm just like, you know what? I'm pretty much done for the most part bitching about being single because that makes you really stop and appreciate life from a different perspective. When you're single, you're fucking vulnerable, and I tend to have this thing. I'm very protective of the girlfriends that I date, you know what I'm saying? And when you date, you become extremely vulnerable. If something happens to the girl you love, you know what I'm saying? It could totally fuck up your world. Get a fucking time machine from Rick and Morty. Go back and kill Adolf Hitler before he starts the Holocaust. Go back and cut the noose loose so Chester doesn't kill himself. Go back and save Robin Williams from killing himself. Pull the barbed wire out of Steve Irwin's chest so he doesn't die from the stingray attack. I mean, if you could go back in time with the time machine and make things better, Someone gave me a time machine. They're like, you can better your own life or you can make time better for everybody else. I'm like, well, shit. Let's see. Let's assassinate Adolf Hitler before he pulls the Holocaust. Okay, there's the check. Preventing Steve Irwin, Robin Williams, and Chester from dying. Check, check, and check. Preventing every mass shooting from ever happening by killing all the mass shooters with my own shotgun. Check. I gotta love time travel. I could see that being a fucking Back to the Future parody. A fucking time-traveling Studebaker with a 428. Got so fucking off track with this shit. You want to hate about rape is it fucks everybody, man. Double standards are a bitch, right? If a fucking woman comes forward with rape, she has to deal with the fear of being called a slut or a fucking whore. If a man comes forward with accusations of being raped, he has to deal with the accusations of, but you're a guy, you're supposed to like sex. Like, fuck off with double standards, man. That shit irritates the piss out of me. If that's too fucking real for you, there's the back button. You don't have to watch this Facebook Live video. And it's the same thing with the domestic violence, man. If a woman fights off her male attacker, she's brave. But if a male fights off his female attacker, he's a fucking monster for hitting women. And when there are true sick motherfuckers who do that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, self-defense should be an equal rights for both sexes issue, the way I see it. But what the fuck do I know, right? Over here talking about equal rights for both sexes and fucking the nukes and, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. What the fuck do I know? Jack shit. A nice, juicy, tasty rap before the sexy vocal covers. Man. You gotta entertain the fans somehow. 101 Blue Great Wee Mirrors. God damn it, that was a horrible reference. Instead of 101 Dalmatians. A Blue Great Wee Mare is a Blue Great Dane and a Weimaraner crossbred. Beautiful fucking dog. I would take a Blue Great Wee Mare and crossbreed it with a Blue Nose Pit Bull, and then crossbreed that with a Black Lab, and then crossbreed that with a fucking Husky. There's 4 breeds you could crossbreed that shit with and make a cool looking dog. But look, hellhounds, yeah! I mean, if you wanted to crossbreed that dog further, you could literally mix it with Rottweilers and Dobermans, you know what I'm saying? And get this fucking just sleek ass, fucking mean looking muscular dog. It's just like, come near me one time, see what happens. You take bigger dogs and a couple generations of crossbreeding, you can make some cool looking dogs, man. Great Danes don't live that long because of their hip dysplasia and shit, because of their size, but Weimaraners live longer because they're hunting dogs. You crossbreed them together and you get the Weimaraners' health benefits and you get the Great Dane size. And it makes a big ass family dog. I would adopt from a shelter before I'd buy a Blue Great Wee Mare, to be honest. Like if there was an all-black pit bull with green eyes in a fucking shelter, and they're like, no one will adopt him because, oh, you know, pit bulls have a bad rep. I'd be like, yo, I'm adopting that dog. Hey, come here, Hades. Give me a puppy wuppish. You know, even though these apartments don't allow pets, if I got a therapy dog for my Asperger's, I'd have to fill out paperwork and get a doctor's note, and then I could legally adopt a therapy dog. Trouble is, I don't have the money to raise a dog, so that's the only downside of it. But you can only imagine the video quality with a fucking dog in my apartment, and they can't say shit about it. I'd be like, yo, I adopted this dog from the shelter. This is my therapy dog. I have autism and cataracts and ADHD and depression and an eating disorder and a bunch of other shit. But hey, I ain't bitching. There's people out there who are blind, epileptic, you know what I'm saying? People out there who have it way worse. I'll drink and smoke tobacco and bitch about society's problems because that's just how I roll. Fucking Asperger's is talking shit again. So I'll make fun of my own disorder because that shows people who fuck with me on social media that your shit don't bother me. You know what I'm saying, Facebook? Like, people who would sit there and talk a bunch of mad shit and sit there and say, oh, he has autism, ha ha ha, he's a little retard, ha ha ha. I'm looking at them like, yo, I'll make fun of my own shit, so who the fuck are you? For real, though. These haters want to talk shit. Guess what? I can talk shit too. Now, when Logan Paul filmed the suicide victim in the Japanese forest, it was so fucking tasteless. It was complete disrespect to people like Chester and Robin Williams and people who accidentally killed themselves, people who did it on purpose. Just disgusting. If I want to do shit for video views on YouTube, what the fuck is this? An Elvis Presley cheeseburger? Oh, he puts bananas on it and bacon and grape jelly and peanut butter and mayo and Swiss cheese and bacon and bananas on a burger. The fuck is this nasty shit? Most people think it sounds gross and then they try it and they're like, oh, Elvis Presley burger, yeah. But King Cobra said he was going to show off his sexy ability to sing. Fuck suicide. Yes, I did say that. He said ironically while smoking tobacco. Sweet and slow. All the haters be talking shit, put that in your pipe and smoke it. I thought about creating a shirt on Teespring with that expression on it. In fact, hold the phone. Because I got the Homeboy Scotty shirts. Those are pretty cool. To put that in your pipe and smoke it t-shirts. That's got a ring to it. Give me a Teespring. I need your assistance. Get a giant tobacco pipe on the front of it and just put that in your pipe and smoke it. Products. So I want to copy the King Cobra merch shirt so I can have the cool Cobra design on the back. Duplicate. But I'll clear the front off and it'll have, because the Cobra with the symbol with the Cobra wrapped around it, that shit's dope as fuck. Now, if I get the idea for a dope-ass t-shirt campaign, I shouldn't waste it. I could leave the back alone, but the front we can work with. Browse artwork. Yeah. Let's see. I want to pick one that's just right for the shirt. Yeah, there we go. That's the pipe I'm looking for. That looks sick as shit. And the front will say PUTTHATIN. Return. There's some room for it on the shirt. Your. For the avid pipe smoker in your life, a shirt that speaks volume of your hobby. You're a font that makes it easy to read, but also makes it look good. Let's see. That's awesome shit right there. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yes, that's epic. Fucking sell that shit. We call it pipe shirts. Short, sweet, and to the point. Doesn't have any pot leaves on it, but it's got a catchy little design. It's got the kick-ass design that I got on the back of this shirt, and the front's got a picture of a pipe, and it says, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah. Description shirts for the pipe smokers. Give it 21 days. Pipe shift underscore SHIRTS. URL looks good. Yes. Launch that shit. Please follow while we save your design. All right. Oh, damn. Now I got like 4 campaigns going at once. Got the King Cobra merch shirt, got the Cobra Craft Wand shirts, got the Homeboy Scotty shirts, and I got the pipe shirts. Yes. Sick ass shirts, yo. I suppose if you're interested in checking these out right quick. I'll just check the chat. Hey, Jeremy Rogers, what's up, bro? I'll be down to start a band with like Scotty and shit. If Scotty can get a bass and me and you on guitar and vocals, you get someone on drums and a keyboard, we'd be set. There's the new shirt I just created on Teespring. Yes. But you said you were gonna, yeah. I got distracted by a lot of things.
Let's bring down the volume.
I would say when you want more flavor, bring in stool.
Bring in stool.
We have a brand new song for you guys.
All right, next.
Puff on this pipe a bit. I mean, the symbol with the cobra wrapped around it's pretty sick, and you know, the front's pretty straightforward. Now, to avoid a decent hangover, drink plenty of water when you're done drinking for the evening. If you have a hangover the next day, drink a little bit of Sprite, you're good to go.
Single?
This is off our upcoming album, May 19th.
All right, guys, serenade us.
There's a nuclear winter outside. Everybody's gone and died. But I'm a lucky feller, long as I got you in my bomb cellar. The radiation's getting to me, your blonde noodle hair is all I see. Oh, cup of noodles. I only have 26 of you left. I'm one noodle closer to death.
Wow, they're really bringing it. You're bringing the flavor in that one. That was very moving.
I don't know if it was the the slowness of the song or the subject matter, because as you talked about just having a few left, just 26 left,
Yeah.
I began to realize how important this was.
Right. I became more thankful, and I became more aware of the flavors contained therein. I think I did. I mean, it. All right, grabbing some low end back there.
Okay, I see what
All
you're
right.
going to do.
All right, buddy. You ready? Come on. Hit it.
Yeah, give me the low end.
I'm bringing it.
If there's Sour Patch Kids and Cabbage Patch Kids, where are all the other kinds of Patch Kids? I'm talking Pumpkin Patch Kids, Eye Patch Kids, Nicotine Patch Kids, Girl Scout Patch Kids, Patchouli Kids, Blue Jean Patch Kids.
Message. Did you guys catch the message at the
Yeah,
end?
right at the end, right? More
Yeah.
about global warming.
Yeah.
Patchouli
We
kid.
care about the earth.
Patchouli Kids.
Wait,
dude, when I
it go
said
sour?
patchouli kids, did it affect the taste? Did it make you, because that's like a smell, right?
I know it seems like we're just completely making this up, but I'm not making up the fact that I feel like that was a more sour experience in the best way possible.
Yeah.
I feel like there was like another dimension to it.
I mean, I was like bopping, and it brought out the sourness.
In the bass, it was really the bass that wasn't plugged in that Chester was playing.
was my-
Yeah, that was the part that really did it for me.
It was my superb slap at a bath.
So, look, I'm
You
saying
might need
we
one of
are.
I'm convinced so
I'm
far.
saying this is happening.
Let's continue this experiment.
Round 3. Now let's test the spiciness of food subject to music.
Now, this one is the first one that is intuitive because the science says that the faster the tempo, the spicier the food.
Couple
The
Okay,
tempo
yeah.
actually increases the sensation of spiciness.
All right, so let's start out slow. Chester, give it to me slow.
When I took the bites, thought it would just be for tonight. Can't get enough. Wish my insides were more tough. My fingers are stained by your touch. My heart is stained twice as much. Your love is a flame to know by your name. Flaming hot Cheetos.
Oh, man. That is a single.
That's not only a fucking single, I could have sold Flamin' Hot Cheetos. But life's a bitch sometimes. Isn't it, Facebook? Isn't life a goddamn bitch sometimes? Nah. If you're somebody who smokes a tobacco pipe, or you know somebody who smokes a pipe, get them the pipe shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of shit. And this is how I cope with depression. I make badass merch on Teespring. You know what I'm saying? I provide videos for my fans. I bitch about the shit that's wrong with our society, even though I can't do a goddamn thing to change it. If I can't do a goddamn thing to change it, then why exist in society anymore? Because there are things worth living for. You know what I'm saying? Facebook. Shredding some mean-ass guitar. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side, y'all.